and welcome to Broadly Active's online session. Today what we're going to do is a full body workout with a warm up and a cool down either side. So if you just make sure that you have plenty of room to move around, you're not going to trip over anything, have well ventilated and grab yourself a drink. You don't have to use equipment for this exercise, everything can be done without it. I will be using resistance bands as an alternative to add extra resistance in. But when you're ready, let's get started. Make sure, like I say, you have plenty of space. We're going to start with a gentle march, get ourselves warmed up using all of our joints ready for our exercises. So go at a pace that's comfortable for you. By all means, don't keep up with me. Just do what's comfortable. If you do feel you would prefer to stay seated in a chair, you can do all the movements seated. Okay, let's take it to a side step. Again, going at your own pace. If you find side stepping a bit uncomfortable for your hips, just keep with the marching, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to flick our legs up behind us, okay? So only bend it as far as you feel comfortable to. Again, if you're not comfortable bending your knees, just take it back to a side step or a march. Swinging those arms if you can, just to help warm yourselves up. Lovely. Okay, we're now going to raise our knees up in front. So again, only go as far as you feel comfortable to, like so. At your own pace and still moving your arms around if you're able to. Lovely. Right, okay, we're now going to take it back to a march and we're going to punch forwards. Just a gentle punch. Keep those shoulders moving. Gradually increasing our heart rates. Let's punch up above now. So again, if you don't feel comfortable to punch above your head, simply continue to punch forwards. And we're going to take it out to the sides now. Again, make sure you have plenty of space, you're not going to punch anything. If your coordination isn't fantastic, that's absolutely fine. As long as you're moving, that's all that matters, just to help raise the heart rate and warm up all your joints. Let's punch down to the floor now. Lovely. Right, okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a heel dig and arm curl. Perfect. I'll turn sideways so you can see. Digging the heel in and curling your arms up. Again, if coordination is not your thing, that's fine. Just do either one or the other. So you could just do a heel dig in front or simply march and curl your arms up, whichever works for you. Lovely. We're now going to take a tap out to the side and raise our arms up. So only go as far as you feel comfortable to. Again, if you find sideways movements for your hips uncomfortable, just stick back to a march. Lovely. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to do a tap back, raising your arms forwards. Again, only go as far as you feel comfortable to. And arms and legs can be going in all directions as long as you're moving. Lovely, right, okay, now let's take it to our side step. And you're going to swim one arm out as you go. So again, if side steps are uncomfortable, just do in a march. Lovely, keep that side step going. We're going to punch one arm up as we go now. Again, if it's uncomfortable, only take it as far as you feel comfortable to, or continue to do your arm swinging out to the sides. Lovely. Right, okay, we're now going to take it into a rowing action. So you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together like so. To open up your chest. So go at a pace that's comfortable for you. If you need to have a little break, do so. Just try and keep your feet moving, or take it down to a seated version, okay? Lovely. Let's do an upright row now. So you're going to get your elbows out, trying to get your elbows higher than your wrist joints, and we're aiming for our hands to be in between our chin and our chest. This is going to be one of our exercises later on in the session. So we're just making sure all the joints are nice, warm and mobilised, ready to go. Lovely. Right, okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to take it into a box step. So we're going to do 2 steps forwards and 2 steps back. Imagining that you're standing on the corners of a square. To make it a little bit trickier, if you can, you're going to try and take 1 step forwards with 1 foot. And then when you do the next one, you're going to use the opposite foot. So alternate the foot that you step forwards with. Once you've managed to master that, if at all, we're going to bring our arms in. So it's going to be up, up as you step forwards, down, down as you step back. Like so. Perfect. If you try and imagine that your arms and legs are attached to each other, so your leg can't come forwards without your arm raising up, and it can't go back without your arm going down. Lovely. Keep it going. We'll do 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take it into pendulum swing. So again, make sure your space is nice and spacious. We're going to take your arms and your legs out to the side. Again, any hip pain, just simply march from the spot and swing your arms instead. Okay. Lovely. Right, okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to march on the spot to start. We're going to roll our wrists around. If you've got the space to, we're going to walk forward and roll forwards, walk back and roll back. Obviously, do be careful. If you're a little bit unbalanced, please do stand on the spot and do this movement. So it's just rolling your arms forward and backwards as fast as you comfortably can. And working with the space that you have available. Okay. One more time, forward and back. Lovely. Right, okay, still march on the spot, keep those feet moving. We're going to take our arms up and out just to open up our chest, like so. Hopefully you're all feeling slightly warmed up now. Lovely. We're going to drop our arms down by our sides. We're going to do some nice big shoulder rolls. Try to get your shoulders as close to your ears as you can. Keeping the march going where possible. And rolling in the other direction. Lovely. Okay, relax the arms all together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to swing from our hip, bringing our leg forwards. Only go as far as you feel comfortable to. And please do hold on to a wall or a chair for balance so you don't feel too wobbly to do this movement. And you'll only go as far as you feel comfortable to. So swing and alternate legs, holding on if you need to. One more on each side. Last one. Lovely. Okay, next up, we're going to do some little mini squats. So your feet hip width apart. Do a little mini squat down, up to standing. And if you feel comfortable too, we're going to take it up onto our toes, back down, and back down to a mini squat. If you can't go up to your toes, by all means don't. And hold on for balance if you need to with this exercise. We do 2 more. last one. Lovely. Again, hold on for balance. We're just going to roll our ankles round. Whether that be in the air or you can do it down on the ground and in the other direction. And the other foot. And the other way. Lovely. Here, shake it all off. That's the warm up done. So grab yourself a quick drink and we're going to get started with the main exercises. The first exercise that we're going to do is going to be working our arms. So we're going to do arm circles, which I'll demonstrate to start with. You're simply going to take your arms out straight and at shoulder height, or potentially lower if you feel like you can't hold them up there. And we're literally just going to draw little circles with our arms like so. So there's no cheating by using your finger. You're going to use your whole arm to do the movement, okay? And if you feel comfortable too, you're going to march whilst you do it as well, all right? So we're going to do these exercises for a minute. Ready? Let's go. So taking your arms out straight and drawing little circles with your whole arm. We'll do 30 seconds in one direction and 30 seconds in the other, If obviously you do your arms start to ache, because obviously this can be quite a challenging one, and by all means, drop them down, shake them off and restart when you're ready, okay? And do the other direction. And make sure you're all breathing whilst you're doing this exercise. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep it going, nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the arms down now. So the next exercise is going to be sit to stand. So if you can grab a chair, what you want to make sure with the chair is that it's not going to move away from you. So please do put it against a wall or make sure it doesn't have wheels, or put what brakes on the wheels for this one, okay? So with our sit to stand, we're going to have our feet hip width apart and we're going to go up to a standing position and you're going to slowly, controlled, sit back down, focusing on your weight going through your heels. So everybody goes at a pace that's comfortable for them and you can give yourself a little push if you need to. Ready? Let's go. So standing up. Try not to lock your knees out when you're standing up. You just want to keep your knees soft. Up and down. So really sitting back into it, putting your weight through your heels. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can take your arms up and then lower back down as you sit back down. Or alternatively, you can do squats. Again, sitting back into it like so. So keep going with whichever version works for you and you feel comfortable with, and at a pace that's comfortable for you. By all means, don't try and keep up with me. 15 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. We're going to stick with our chairs. We're going to work on our abdominals and we'll work on our core muscles. You want to sit middle of the chair for this one. We're going to try and engage our stomach muscles, which can be quite difficult for some people. So what we want to imagine is that we're drawing our belly button in and up. So try and get your belly button as close to your spine as you can and try and brace your abdominals as if you're going to be punched. So obviously nobody's going to do that today, but you just really want to try and hold your tummy muscles as tightly as possible. Most important thing about that is make sure you're breathing. It's very, very easy to hold your breath whilst you're trying to engage your abdominal muscles. Okay, so we're going to draw our belly buttons in and up, and then we're going to simply raise one knee up off of the floor, like so, at your own pace. You might not be able to come very far, but you should feel your abdominal muscles engage. So we're going to do it for a minute. Ready? Let's go. So belly buttons in and up, sitting up nice and tall. Abdominals braced and raising one knee up at a time. So again, nice controlled breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You shouldn't feel this exercise in your lower back at all. If you are, then you need to reset yourself, engage those stomach muscles as much as you can. If you find this a bit easy and you want to make it harder, you can always make it an opposite hand to opposite knee with a little bit of a torso rotation, or even, if you feel up to it, an opposite elbow to opposite knee, like so. Okay? So do what you feel comfortable to, or stick it down with just raising the knees up off the floor. We've got 15 seconds to go. Keep those breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Pop your chairs to the side now. We're going to do some cardio. Get your heart rates up. We're going to do a simple march and punch. Okay? Ready? Let's go. So marching on the spot, it's a comfortable pace for you. And then we're going to bring our arms in and start punching forwards. So you want to be walking or marching a little bit faster than you would normally, just to help raise that heart rate up, get you in the cardiovascular zone. If you do want to work a bit harder, again, you can do hand to knee or elbow to knee. Okay, so again, whatever pace works for you and level, everything's adaptable. You could be doing this sitting on a chair, tapping your feet away and punching. It's all about the effort that you put into it. Everything can be adapted. Perfect, keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Right, next up, we're going to do upright row. So if you've got a band, what you're going to do is you're going to stand. You can either put one foot or both feet in the middle of the band. You want to have a long enough band to be able to do this exercise with. You're going to hold each end and you're going to have your palms facing inwards to your body. And what we're going to do is we're going to row upwards, getting your elbows out higher than your wrist joint like we did in the warm-up. If, like in the warm-up, you didn't have equipment, you simply do this movement. And then if you do have weights, and you literally hold the weights in that same movement and do the raising your arms up. If you don't have weights, you could always use cans of food or water bottles as an alternative. Right, 1 minute starts now. So rowing your body up, elbows higher than your wrist joints. Again, with this one, you want to make sure your tummy is tight and your back is straight. So you're not trying to lean yourself back to bring the resistance up. It's simply in your arms. If you're feeling it's a bit too easy, then by all means grab lower than you have been on the band to add more resistance. And make sure you're breathing. So you want to breathe out as you bring your arms up. So on the hard phase, in on the way down. Keep it going. 15 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Pop your bands to the side. Our next exercise is going to be hip extension. So you might want to grab your chair just for stability on this one. With hip extension, what we're going to do is we're going to take one leg straight back behind, like so. You're only going as far as you feel comfortable, but you should feel it in your glutes. Most important thing also with using the chair is that it's going to keep you upright. You don't want to lean forwards to bring your leg back. By standing behind the chair, your torso doesn't move and it's just your leg. Okay, we're going to do 30 seconds on each side, or as many as you feel comfortable moving when you need to. Ready? Let's go. So standing up nice and tall. Hold on for balance if you need to. And take your leg straight back behind. Squeezing your glutes to feel this exercise more. And again, focusing on your breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And swap to the other leg. You're taking the leg straight back behind you. Standing up nice and tall. Keep it going, we're nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Next up, we're going to do side bends. So pop your chairs to the side. With side bends, if you've got a resistance band, then what you're going to do is you're going to stand in the middle of it, hold on to the sides, have your feet a little bit further apart, and we're simply going to dip down to the sides like so. What you want to make sure that you're not doing is dipping your legs to do it. It's simply your upper body that's doing it. And what you also don't want to do is raise your arm up. So it's not the point of it. It's literally just your torso that is moving. If you have weights, hold a weight in each hand. If you don't have any equipment at all, simply just doing the movement side to side is still working. Okay. 1 minute starts now. So dipping down to the side. Only going as far as you feel comfortable to. If you're feeling a bit restricted and you can't get down as far as you thought you might be able to, simply take your feet a little bit further apart just to help with that range of movement. What you also want to focus on is the fact that you're not leaning forwards or backwards into this sideways movement. So imagine that you're standing in between two panes of glass. So you're not able to lean forwards or backwards, just simply side to side. Again, if you need more resistance, hold it lower down. Lovely. Keep it going. 15 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Next up, we're back to doing some more cardio. Get those heart rates back up. And we're going to do our stride steps this time. So taking your arms and your legs out to the side. 1 minute starts now. Raising those arms up only as far as you feel comfortable to. And only tapping your toes out as far as you feel comfortable. Again, if this is uncomfortable on your hips, for any reason, simply march and raise those arms, okay? All within your own ability. Try not to keep up with my pace unless you're actually able to. You are aiming to do a little bit faster than your usual movement just to help raise those heart rates. We're over halfway. Make sure you're still breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. 15 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Next up, we're going to do some bicep curls. So again, bands if you've got them, or weights. If you're using a band, again, we want to stand in the middle. You can do 1 foot or 2 feet in the middle, it's up to you. But you're going to, with a resistance band, it's actually easier to have your palms facing each other and do more of a hammer curl movement rather than bicep curls where normally your palms are facing up to the ceiling and down. If you're using weights, obviously you can do either, just hold them with both hands. And we're going to keep our elbows into our sides. Ready? Let's go. So elbows into your sides, curling your arms up to your body. Sometimes by having a split stance, like I have now, it's helpful for making sure that you're not doing a rocking action to bring your resistance up. So keep your tummies tight, back straight, curling the arms up and down. You should feel it in the biceps, so the front of your arms. And you want to breathe out on the way up, in on the way down. Again, if you need further resistance, hold it lower down. Nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Pop your equipment to the side. Next up, we're going to do calf raises. So this is when we're going to go up and down onto our toes. By all means, grab your chair for a bit of stability. It's very good for balance as well. So you're going to go high up onto your toes as you can and back down. Right, 1 minute. Starts now. Going up as high as you can, lower back down as I stand sideways so you can see. Up onto your toes, lower back down. If you did want to make it a bit harder, you could go up in 2 stages. So you go up 2, down 2, up 2, down 2. So it's completely up to you and how you feel you want to perform the exercise. Just over halfway. If you do feel that you're starting to get a bit of cramp, march it out. You can even do a bit of heel digs just to stretch out the calf muscles. Keep it going, nice deep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Grabbing your chairs. What we're going to do now is some abdominal work again. So if you put your chair, make sure it's not going to move away from you. What we're going to do on this one, you want to sit either at the front or the middle of your chair. We're going to do an abdominal twist. So with this exercise, I'm going to turn my chair sideways quickly for you so you can see. We're going to draw our belly buttons in and up and embrace our abdominals like we did before. You're going to lean yourself back as far as you feel comfortable, that you feel your tummy muscles tighten. But stopping before you get to the back of the chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to twist slowly and gently round to the sides. Imagine that you're holding something. You can even hold a pillow if you did want to, have something to hold, or a cushion. And you're going to twist around to the sides, looking the way that you're going. If you have any issues with your lower back or twisting motions are uncomfortable, you could simply hold the V-sit movement in a chair, and obviously when you need to, break, come up to centre, and then lower yourself back down again. So there's different options, or simply go back to the knee raise like we did before. So 1 minute starts now. So belly buttons in and up, lean yourself back until you feel your tummy muscles tighten, and then we're going to twist, look in the way that we're going. So you're twisting your torso. You're going to feel it down the sides of your obliques. Again, with abdominal exercises, with everything else, but abdominal exercises more so, it is very easy to hold your breath. So please do make sure that you take nice controlled breathing through your nose and out through your mouth. If you feel like your abdominals have eased off slightly and you're feeling in your lower back, reset yourself and start again when you're ready. Keep it going. 15 seconds left. Only one more exercise to do after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Lovely. Hopefully you can feel your abdominals working there. I'm going to pop your chairs to the side. Our last exercise is going to be a cardiovascular exercise. Again, get our heart rates back up. And we're going to do fast feet and wide arm flapping. Okay, so you're going to move your feet as fast as you comfortably can, and you're going to flap your arms back and forth. Okay, ready? Let's go. So moving your feet as fast as you can, back and forth, using your arms. Again, you can obviously use your arms this way as well. It's up to you. But you're moving at a pace that's a bit more faster than what you would normally, just to raise your heart rates up. Lovely, keep it going. We're halfway. You do need to breathe, obviously take it down a pace or stop altogether, but do keep your feet moving. 15 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done, everybody. Grab yourself a drink, keep your feet moving, and then we're going to do the cool down. So keep those feet moving, rehydrate yourselves. We'll do the cool down. If for any reason you do obviously want to go again, by all means, restart back to the beginning of the exercises and do a second lap through. Right. With those feet moving, we're going to do some nice big shoulder rolls again, just to stretch out all the muscles that we have used today. And in the other direction. It's really important when obviously we've been doing exercise, in particular when we've obviously been doing cardio exercise as well, just to make sure that we do keep our feet moving. Sudden stopping can obviously cause blood pooling if obviously we have got our heart rates up considerably more than normal, and then we suddenly stop, the heart is still pumping. It can cause blood pooling in the legs. So do just keep those feet tapping no matter what, even if you do sit down. Lovely. We're going to take our arms out in front. You're going to push away from your body, opening up your shoulder blades, look down in between your arms as long as you don't feel dizzy, and you should feel the stretch going across the top of your back. Again, keeping those feet moving at a pace that's comfortable for you, just a slow one. Help bring your heart rates back down. Lovely. We're now going to take your arms behind your back. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together, and you're going to look up slightly, and you should feel the stretch going across the top of your chest. Again, with the cool down, we still want to focus on nice controlled breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, just to help with bringing your heart rates down. Lovely. Okay, we're going to stretch your shoulder out now. So you take one arm straight across the body, supporting with your opposite arm. So you're squeezing it across the body. You should feel a stretch coming down from your shoulder. Try to make sure that you hold either before or after your elbow. Do not push on the elbow joint just to cause any further damage. Lovely. Swap it to the other side. So taking your other arm straight across the body, supporting with your opposite arm, giving it a gentle squeeze. You're kind of cuddling your arm, and you'll feel the stretch come down from your shoulder. Lovely. Next up, we're going to stretch out our triceps. So if you're comfortable to, you can take one arm up behind your back, head, as if you're going to pat yourself on the back. And you can either push or gently pull your elbow to feel the stretch going down the triceps. So that's the back of the arm. If that's uncomfortable for rotation issues, then simply take your arm straight behind with your palm facing as flat outwards as you can, and as if you're going to try and reach up to the ceiling behind, and that's still going to work your triceps. Swap into the other arm. So if you're doing this one, you're going to take your arm behind, pat yourself on the back, pull or push your elbow back gently, or alternatively take your other arm straight back behind, palm facing the ceiling to feel it stretching out your triceps. Lovely. Okay, relax the arms down now. We're going to stretch out our sides. So you stop the march, just take your feet a little bit further apart. You can dip down to the side, and you should feel a stretch going down the opposite side to which you're leaning. If you wish to feel it a little bit further, you can take your arm up and over, so you can just feel the stretch a little bit more. If you're worried about balance, please do hold on. Obviously, don't go as far or just skip this cool down stretch altogether. Slowly up, down to the other side. Again, taking your arm up and over if you wish. Lovely, back up to centre. Just do a gentle march before we take it down to our leg stretches. So we're going to take one leg out to the left, or both legs out to the side. Walk them out a little bit. Make sure both feet are facing forwards. You're going to bend one knee, so you're going to shift your weight onto one side and sit back into the stretch as if you're going to sit onto a chair. And you'll feel the stretch going up the inside of your straight leg. If you can't do these stretches standing, grab a chair and simply take your leg out to the side, and you should feel the stretch going up the inside of that straight leg. Okay. Lovely, bringing it up and then down to the other side. Again, sitting back into it, making sure both feet are facing forwards. Nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Lovely, bringing it up. I'm just going to walk our feet inwards and gently march it off. Okay, next exercise, I will do sideways for you. So we take one leg in front, make sure both feet are facing forwards. Bend your front knee, keep your back leg straight and really plant that back foot into the ground. You should feel the stretch going up your calf. Again, if you would like to do it seated, I might have to turn my seat sideways. You're going to sit down, take one leg out straight, again, just pointing your toes to the sky. You're going to feel that stretch going up your calf, okay? Lovely, swap into the other leg. So take your other foot forwards, bending your front knee, keep your back leg straight and plant your back foot into the ground. Lovely, bringing it back together, gently marching it up. We're going to take it to our next stretch. Just going to stretch out our hamstring. We're going to do both feet together, bend your knees, put one leg out straight to point your toes to the sky. So hold on for balance if you need to. And by scooping your hips back further, you're going to feel that stretch going up the back of your straight leg. If you wish to do this one seated, very similar to the last exercise, still keeping that leg straight, point your toes to the sky. But what you're going to do is you're going to try and reach your toes. Because you might not be able to touch it, like you see. I'm nowhere near mine. Reaching down, and you're going to feel that stretch going further up the back of your straight leg. Please just do be careful of balance, and obviously don't want you to tumble off the chair, but just do what you feel comfortable, okay? Lovely, swap to the next leg. So both feet together, bend your knees, pop your other leg out straight, point your toes to the sky, and again, you'll feel that stretch at the back of your straight leg. Nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Lovely, now gently marching it off. Nearly there. 1, 2 last stretches to do. Okay, so hold on for balance for this one. If you feel comfortable too, we're going to take one leg up behind. You have your knees together. Gently push your hips forward if you feel comfortable to feel a little bit of a stretch going down your hip flexors. But otherwise, you should feel the stretch going down the front of your bent leg. If you can't grab your leg, simply hover it behind you. Or if you've got a low step that you could rest it on, just make sure you're not going to off balance and fall over. Lovely, swap into the other side. Knees together, hips forward. Lovely, and down. Still again, hold on for balance if you need to. So roll your ankles around. This is the last one. And then we'll just do some nice deep breaths to finish the class. And the other way. And your other foot. And the other way. Lovely, okay, shake it all off. Perfect, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some 3 deep breaths. I'll just demonstrate first. So we take a deep breath in, and all the way up, and then we go out on the way down. So we're going to do 3 all together. Ready? Let's go. Going in and out, in and out. Last one. And out. Lovely. Give yourself a round of applause. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. Hopefully see you at another session. Take care. Bye.